Hey guys, Jay Hoyt here. Before this video gets started, I just want to say thank you guys for all of you that are subscribing, that are liking all the videos, and leaving all of your kind words. I appreciate you guys more than you know, but we're still pushing. Down below, hit that subscribe button down there if you haven't yet, or if you're brand new to my channel, welcome. You can always change your mind later. But with a new map in Call of Duty, let's check out the other one that kind of gets overlooked, Diesel. What's going on, guys? Jay Hoyt back with you. Today, welcome back to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Once again, we have some gameplay on one of our new maps in COD. This is Diesel. Now, we already had Yamantau, still know how to pronounce it, but apparently it's a mountain range over in Russia or something. But we got a good one here, Diesel. Now, we talked a lot about, we need legendary maps and we need better maps and more competitive maps. And, with these two new maps coming out, we were like, okay, hey, we got a couple new maps. What are they going to be? Well, we already kind of talked about Yamantau, and, I kind of wanted to touch on, some similar topics as Diesel here. And let's just talk about it. Now, this map, I don't think is going to be a competitive map at all. And the reason I say that is because, one, it is very small. It's if you remember back to what was that map in Ghost that was like really small, that was basically just like a circle, Strike Zone. That was the map I'm talking about. All you wanted to do in that map is just keep running around in circles basically, and I kind of feel like this is kind of the same thing, except for this one seems to have a little bit more cover on it, with more head glitches and buildings and stuff, whereas Strike Zone was a little bit more open. Now, when playing this map, if you want, it's almost like Shipment, where it's just constant, not that small, but it's just constant gunfights, it's constant people in your face running at you. This would be a really good, if you're trying to warm up, or, trying to just kind of shoot your gun a little bit and get into fast-paced gameplay. But other than that, it's not really that great of a map. I mean, it's very one-sided, and what I mean by that is that the side of the map that doesn't have the gas station on it, there's like a big street with some stuff on it, and then you go to the other side of the map and it's like really open. So both sides of the map are like polar opposites. One is relatively covered, the other side is relatively open. So not my favorite. I mean, yes, if you wanted to create a map that was centered around in the middle of the desert, gas station with some houses on it and a junkyard on it, I mean, you nailed it. But playability wise, it's kind of been the theme of the last couple of games. Playability wise, this is just not it. So to reiterate my point from the other video when we played Yamantau, if you wanted to play this map competitively, it would be very hard. Control's not even offered on this map because there's not really any good places for zones other than the right side where the lane is and not all the way in the open. But playability is not very good. There's a lot of people that love to just camp in corners and sit there with shotguns, and even after, I think I played this map like 10 times trying to get a hardpoint gameplay, people play the same way. Snipers sit out in the open and, wait for you. And of course, snipers just don't miss. And, you're just dead no matter what if you get hit by a sniper. And hardpoint, I mean, if you want to consider it for a map, is extremely small. It's not, like, you can't really play the map well. You can't really play this map competitively at all, right? There's too many bad qualities about it to make it a good map, basically is what I'm saying. But to reiterate our point from the other map video with Yamantau, right? It has potential if a couple things were changed. This map is just garbage, like plain and simple. It's garbage. If you, like I said, if you want a fast-paced public match map, this is your map. But if you want something that's going to play well and play good competitively and everything, it doesn't make sense. Whereas you can wall bang a concrete wall, but you can't wall bang a tarp. Something like that, where it just doesn't make sense. And, you know, especially with this game having so many guns that are viable and so many submachine guns that are all balanced and so many ARs that are balanced, so many snipers that all don't miss, so many LMGs that are broken, so many shotguns that are broken, so many tactical rifles that are broken. It's just so hard to have, you know, a competitive map and a competitive game where all you do is have every sub be able to be viable, every AR be able to be viable, and if it wasn't for you know, competitive general GAs, you know, there'd probably be LMGs and shotguns and certain game modes and everything, and it's just not good. It's not good for the look of COD. It's not good for the you know, for the competitive fans that like to play public matches as well. And even when you go back, you know, looking at these maps, you have the competitive maps, which are usually the best maps and played the best. And then you have the public matches, which, you know, very rarely are one of them like, okay, maybe it could be played competitively, but no. Like, these ones, you can't. Like, the ones that are not in the competitive rotation are just not good. And the fact that we came into this game with only, like, what was it, 7 or 8 maps to start the game is ridiculous. Now, not only do we need more maps off the start of the game, but we need more quality maps. And I think I've said this, what, in 4 videos now, where we need quality over quantity. Like, I'd rather have 5 super good maps rather than 10 super average maps. Plain and simple. Like, I just want good playability with a cool theme. Do I really care about all the details? No. But Call of Duty is about money. They want more people in their game. They don't really, I don't want to say they don't care about the competitive side, but they're going to release whatever they want. And basically they're saying, you know, competitive people, make it work. It's really unfortunate that that's the way it has to be, because now that they invested all this money into the franchise league, and now that they have all this money and eyes and sponsors and everything, and even some, you know, professional athletes that invested into some of these organizations in it, they probably want to see some good competitive play. And, you know, especially for all the, you know, fans that have been around for so long that expect, you know, so much better by now. It's so hard and it's so frustrating to see. You know, they know what we want. They know the types of maps that we like. You know, they could easily, you know, I would say not discount some of the detail, but, you know, turn down some of the detail to have more time to work on playability and work on, you know, having a game play well and make sense, rather than making something that just looks great, but then you don't really play it. So then it just doesn't make sense to me. But hopefully, I mean, we've had a couple years of, I don't want to call them bad Call of Duties, but out of questionable playing Call of Duties, right? Modern Warfare was arguably the worst COD of all time. And, you know, that's saying a lot when we go back to some of the older CODs. And it's been a really rough one. And I hate to say it, but Call of Duty needs to do so much more. And I mean, stop focusing 100% on money and focus on, you know, building the competitive side, because that'll bring over some players from other esports. It'll bring over, you know, other content creators to Call of Duty, where you have some players like from the Halo scene or from the Gears scene, or that's all I can kind of think of offhand. But you look at a lot of some of these players from some of these teams, and they came over from other scenes because Call of Duty is bigger than their esport. And, you know, not just, you know, put anything bad on those games, but I wonder why they're switching over. It's because there's more money, there's more tournaments, there's more stability, there's more eyes, there's more everything in Call of Duty. And, you know, I would bet a lot of these players are saying the same thing. You know, if we had more maps, if we had more everything, right? Every possible thing that you can make better about Call of Duty, why are we not doing it to make Call of Duty the biggest and best franchise in the world? And I don't want to say you can easily do that, but you create some better maps, more quality maps, quit releasing public match only maps and hoping that they're able to be used in competitive. And maybe, just maybe, after they finally stop focusing so much on money, that we could get there and get what we want and get these maps and build a Call of Duty franchise that's here for years to come, with a CDL that's here for years to come, and it just continually grows and grows and grows, and hopefully eventually it'll be on a complete world stage where a lot of different countries are involved, and you know, it just keeps growing and growing and growing. And hopefully by then you know, we have some developers that, you know, actually listen and, you know, create what we want, and, you know, add in these good maps, and, you know, stop worrying so much about detail and actually add in, you know, playability of these maps. And, you know, maybe it's just me being kind of biased, and maybe it's just me stating only my opinion, but I'd love to hear your guys' opinion. Let me know down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and comments on all these maps in COD. You know, do you like these new maps? Do you like them for public matches? Do you like playing public matches? Or are you competitive, right? Do you play competitive, league play, ranked play, and UMGs, GBs, whatever you want to call them? You know, what side of Call of Duty are you on? Are you on the public match, or are you on the competitive side? And, you know, what would you improve on either of those sides, public match or the competitive side? I'd love to have a conversation with you and hear your thoughts and comments down below in that comment section. But that's gonna be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, hit that like button down below. Like I said earlier, let me know of your thoughts and comments down there in that comment section. And if you haven't yet, or if you're brand new here, make sure to go down there as well, turn on those notifications so you never miss an upload, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget, you can always change your mind later. Well, that being said, guys, we'll see you in the next one.